Yeah, no, that's fascinating. I appreciate that. And so I guess just to understand a bit better, is Cohesis a one-stop shop? So as well as helping customers design technology, evaluate them, are you able to assist them in implementing them? Or if you use partners, do you advocate for the customer and help them ensure that, they're keeping those partners honest? I guess how do you work?
Yeah, no, again, another great question. So I'd like to think of us as, in some ways, a one-stop shop for digital strategy, technology roadmaps, and what have you. What we typically do is organizations engage us when they have a problem that they just can't solve. It's a bit of a knot, and they don't know how to untie the knot. So the first instance is that, it's coming up with, like what I said before, is that initial plan, understanding the business, coming up with a strategy for getting them to where they want to be. And then absolutely we implement. And it's really helpful if we do that initial piece of work first, and we can kind of show that we've understood the business. We look at a roadmap. As I said before, we will have had those conversations with the business, so we're on the same page and aligned. That then enables them to say, well, we're not interested in this, we want to do that and this and the other. So we have a plan, we have a roadmap, and then we implement them, and we're all on the same page. Now, in terms of us being a one-stop shop, we focus very much on the application layer. We focus on risk management, we focus on governance, and how they affect an organization from a technology perspective. Where organizations need to join applications together or to move data around, we have people who will do that. Other parts of a digital strategy or understanding the technology footprint of an organization include things like cybersecurity, pen testing, and what have you. We don't do those kind of things. We don't do infrastructure. We don't compete with managed IT support organizations. They're specialists in terms of what they do. We're specialists in terms of what we do. But we do work with those organizations. So, for instance, if we go into an organization and think, we really need to do a vulnerability assessment on your network, then we'll pull in a specialist to actually perform that vulnerability assessment. Same with a pen test. If an organization really needs to replace their phone system or redo their networking or what have you, again, that's another organization, but we'll work with our clients to find the right vendors. We'll go through that tender process or quoting process, or we'll recommend a couple in, and then they can choose which ones they want to work with. And then we'll specifically manage that relationship on behalf of the client, should the client wish us to, you know what I mean? But it can come under the Cohesis management umbrella, but it wouldn't necessarily be us doing that. And similarly, organizations will come to us and say, look, we're just not happy with our managed service support for whatever reason. We want to try and change. We want to test the market, but don't know how to do that. We will, and it doesn't have to be managed IT support. It could be any kind of technology vendor. We will, we have a process that we help our clients kind of navigate, so they feel as though they're going through a formal process, in your words, to keep everything honest, you know what I mean? So yes, that's it, exactly what we do. But from a strategic perspective, from working with the business and working with, at senior management level and board level, we tend to be the partner to those groups. And once we understand the business, we're in an excellent place to help them implement whatever the agreed recommendations are.